Xbox is trying to take away your games, but here's how to outsmart them. Don't miss your chance to win this electrifying new Series X, and if you buy this TV, you won't need an Xbox. Let's discuss. So guys, I know it's rough out there in terms of money. I always like to highlight when things go on sale and when things are free. To that end, Amazon Prime Day is coming up July 12th and the 13th. They're having an early sale where you don't have to be a member in order to get these sweet deals. Now, there's a pretty good variety of things that are discounted. They have games, hardware, even some consoles discounted. A few of the standouts to me are Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's half off. It's usually $60 for the Xbox Series X and S versions, but now it's $30 as part of the sale. This was my friend Jimmy's favorite game, I feel like, of last fall. He swears by this game, and I know a lot of people have been enjoying it as part of their Game Pass subscription. But if you are, for whatever reason, not on the Game Pass train and you've always been interested in trying this out, maybe you're a big Marvel fan, a big Guardians fan, and you thought, hey, that game looks pretty fun, now might be the time to finally do it. Like I said, it's usually $60, it's half off at $30. That's a steal. We also have the Xbox One version of Tales of Arise. Now, this is something I'm probably gonna pick up because I've always been interested in trying it. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. I haven't really gotten too deep into a JRPG since Scarlet Nexus, and I saw a tweet that made me interested in Tales of Arise all over again. I've never played a game from that series, but someone tweeted out, I can't remember who, I'm sorry, I usually try to give credit when I can, but someone tweeted out, they were like, Tales of Arise has reinvigorated my love for JRPGs, and I was like, okay, that's enough for me to want to try it out, especially at $20. And I know it's the Xbox One version, but still, I feel like for 20 bucks, I can get behind a JRPG like that. Elden Ring is also on sale. And guys, I know you've probably seen a million TikToks, videos, tweets, whatever about this game when it came out in February. But if you have not, for whatever reason, played this game, I highly encourage you to do so. It was my first From Software game that I've ever beaten, and I'm usually not a Souls guy, but I was into this game. I sunk hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game, and when I finally finished it, I got a couple of different endings. I felt like I haven't really been able to get on that level of excitement towards a game since I finished it. Far Cry 6 is, according to this list, steeply discounted, $15 for the Xbox One X and S versions. I've been wanting to play that game since I did a video about the Special Edition Series X that they put out all those months ago, like back in September or something like that. But again, people were sort of like underwhelmed by it when it came out, and it was like a little bit buggy, I feel like, when it launched. And it's just one of those games where it's like, I'll play it. I love Giancarlo Esposito, but I have just not gotten around to it. $15, I'm in. $30, I don't know. The Series S is also going on sale as part of this deal, $280 instead of $300. The Elite Series 2 is also discounted, I think, by $20 or so, but I know people have a lot of beef with that controller, so I'm not gonna go ahead and recommend it. They have a dirt cheap controller though, if you wanna pick one up extra just to have just in case. PowerA wired controller, I think, is less than $30. That's a pretty decent bargain if you ask me. Like I said, if you want to get any of these early Amazon Prime Day deals, you can do it without being a Prime member. You can even go, say, to your local Best Buy because they price match a lot of things that are on sale for Amazon. So I don't know, if you don't want to pay for the shipping, if you don't want to wait, maybe do it same day pickup, go to your Best Buy and see if they'll price match some of these things that are going on. Next up, let's talk about Thor. Yes, I'm talking about Marvel's Thor. Love and Thunder is coming out this week. I'm seeing it Thursday night. And Xbox, as they do, are releasing a special edition Series X to coincide with the premiere of Thor Love and Thunder. And this thing, guys, whoever thought of this is genius. So first of all, if you look at it, it is basically like Thor's hammer, but it's kind of busted up, right? Because we know in Ragnarok, it was broken by Hela, goddess of death, Thor and Loki's older sister. And then from what we've seen in the trailers, it's kind of put together, but it's cracked. It's all kind of rugged and messed up. The Series X is like the perfect cube hammer kind of situation. Obviously, I don't think it comes with a handle, or maybe it does. I'm not sure. But whoever, like I said, whoever did this, genius, 10 out of 10. The thing I hate about this is that I'll see one of these consoles, I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But there's only like one in existence. You can't go and buy them. And that's the case with this special edition Thor Love and Thunder Series X. It's being given away as part of a sweepstakes through the Xbox Twitter account. You have until the 21st to go and follow the Xbox account account on Twitter, and then retweet the post about this special edition Series X. You have to follow them up until they announce a winner, because if you are that lucky son of a gun that gets this console and they try to reach out to you and they're like, what the heck, this guy doesn't follow me, then they're going to disqualify you and move on to the next person. That's the catch. Like I said, it's probably a long shot to win this console, but if you want to try for yourself, do exactly what I just said. If you guys do win this thing, let me know, because I want to check it out. I did a video about the special edition Far Cry Series X that they put out back in September, I think, and months later, someone tagged me in a picture of it, and I was like, oh my god, what the heck, this thing is real. It was so cool to see, actually, sort of, in person. Alright guys, the next stage of Xbox is finally here. I'm talking about this new Samsung TV that has the Samsung Gaming Hub, that has a dedicated app. It's here, guys, this future that we've been talking about, where you won't even need a console to play the latest video games, is getting closer and closer, and this is the first step. And people are getting their first hands-on look at this new gaming experience. Game Rant put out an article, I think, where they were detailing their experience with the Samsung gaming app. And overall, I think it's a cool idea. I know a lot of people out there, they're not really down with cloud gaming, they're not really down for game streaming. Jimmy is one of those people, he's always like, he's just not sold on the idea. And me, I'm excited for what this could bring in the future. Removing the need to buy a $500, $400, $300 console in order to play the latest games, that's appealing to me. But it also comes with its challenges. Obviously, Xbox wants to make it easier for people to experience the Xbox ecosystem, Game Pass, cloud gaming. This is limiting that open, kind of easy way into the ecosystem to people who only have good internet. And that's something that people have been detailing when they're talking about this new Xbox Cloud Samsung streaming experience. The other frustrating thing is that it's only available on Samsung 2022 TVs. So if you bought a TV last year from Samsung, you are not getting the app. But if you bought a 2022 Samsung TV, any of the supported models, then you are eligible for this update that will install the Samsung Gaming Hub onto your TV. Now notice how I keep saying the Samsung Gaming Hub and not the Xbox Cloud Gaming experience. That's because it comes with the other streaming apps for gaming, including GeForce Now and Google Stadia. And that's something that's appealing to me. Like, what are people going to gravitate towards? This app, this streaming experience, the Samsung Gaming Hub. I feel like Xbox is going to learn a lot, especially from their competitors. Because technically, Xbox Cloud Gaming is still in beta, whereas the other platforms are not. They have had a little bit more time to work on this whole game streaming thing. And kind of seeing how this first wave of people are going to respond to these different streaming platforms, I think is going to be very valuable to Xbox as a whole. Like I said, you're going to need a 2022 Samsung TV in order to access this gaming hub. I know that sounds frustrating. The cheapest one is actually $500 right now, so not the worst. It's essentially, if you buy this TV, you're sort of getting an Xbox as well, because all you have to do is hook up a controller to it and you'll be playing Xbox games. Also, you need a Game Pass Ultimate subscription, of course, but we don't have to talk about that. That just complicates things. But if you do have a TV, you do have the streaming app, you do have access to cloud gaming, Xbox, all the time, they have deals running where it's like, you can get $1 for your first month of Game Pass Ultimate to try it out. I can't imagine they won't be doing something where they throw in like a free month of cloud gaming or Game Pass Ultimate with these TVs. And if they're not, they should totally do that, because if the whole idea is, hey, we want these new guys to experience Xbox Cloud Gaming Game Pass, you should throw it in for free, especially if they're spending the money on a TV. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna work really hard on getting one of these TVs onto the channel, see how Game Pass Ultimate stacks up to GeForce Now and Google Stadia on the TV, and how the xCloud experience on the Samsung TV stacks up to a console experience. And next up, we got another Battle Royale game coming, and I know a lot of people are burnt out on the Battle Royale genre in general. I spent a little bit of time in Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone, Spellbreak, who is shutting down their servers, by the way, that's a huge bummer. But now we got a Battle Royale but make it anime. And no, I'm not talking about like Naruto and Sasuke running around Fortnite and doing the gritty. I'm talking about My Hero Academia Rumble. It's this new battle royale that Bandai Namco tweeted about over the weekend, coinciding with their showcase with Anime Expo. And it is exactly what is promised, essentially, from the title. It is a battle royale, but featuring some fan favorite characters from My Hero Academia. Obviously, that's big news for me because I'm a fan of the show, but if you are out there and you're not really down with the anime culture like that, let me give you a brief synopsis of what My Hero is. It's an anime that takes place in a world where everyone has some sort of superhuman ability, and it follows this kid who has no ability at first in his attempt to be the greatest hero in the world. In order to do this, he ends up enrolling at a school known as UA High School, which is, as you guessed it, a school for kids with exceptional abilities, which, as you probably have guessed, is a school where kids go to train their abilities so they can become pro heroes. As far as the trailer goes, it looks pretty standard as far as battle royale games go. Looks like they have very similar loot elements to the big guys like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and of course it has the diminishing circle where it makes the map smaller, forces people to engage in close quarters combat. But obviously the draw here is that you're not really using guns or other types of weapons like swords and bows and arrows and stuff in Naraka Blade Point, for example. You're using the character's abilities as they appear in the show. I'm personally very excited for this game. I'm a fan of the show, like I said. It's kind of fallen off in recent seasons for me, but the manga is really good. And even better news, they are having a closed beta soon at the end of August, and you can sign up now. The bad news is, and I don't know why they're doing this, the beta is only exclusive to PlayStation 4. I have no idea what the reasoning behind this is, because it's coming out for all platforms: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. And from what we know about the game, they're targeting a 2022 release date, so sometime in the fall, maybe September, maybe for the holiday season, I don't know. So why would you limit the beta testing to just one platform with the release date seemingly so close? I don't know if that means if it's going to be some sort of timed exclusivity with PlayStation. I don't know if that means if they're going to push back the Xbox and Switch ports a little bit further away and then release a PlayStation port first. I'm not sure, guys. It's all pretty questionable to me. Let's talk about games with gold. So in this past video that I put up on Sunday, I think, I was pretty critical of games with gold. I know a lot of people aren't happy with them right now in their current offerings. And so I was basically saying maybe it is time to rethink games with gold, maybe suspend games with gold now that Game Pass has become what it is. And it seems like we are closer to the death of Xbox Live Games with Gold. Now, if you are not aware, Games with Gold is a program where you get free games as part of your Xbox Live Gold subscription. It's been around since 2013, I think. But now they have just come out and said that they're no longer giving away Xbox 360 games as part of Games with Gold. That is right. People have started getting emails if you're an Xbox Live Gold subscriber saying that starting in October 2022, Games with Gold is no longer going to be offering Xbox 360 games. Now, it is kind of a bummer, right? Yes, it's not the end of the world because these are older games, Xbox 360 games. That was a long time ago. But a lot of people look forward to this work Xbox has been doing as part of their backwards compatibility efforts. Financially, it is sort of a bummer as well because you're no longer getting free games to own. Let me explain. So with Games with Gold, the games that they give you that are 360 and older, you get to keep forever, no matter what. And the Xbox One games they give, it's sort of like Game Pass, where you can only play them as long as you're subscribed to Xbox Live Gold. And obviously that's been a big point of contention in the community, especially after that whole lockout situation where the servers went online and people were like, crap, I don't really own my games, even if I bought them digitally. So I can see how a lot of people are going to be critical of that, saying like, oh man, they're taking away the games that I can own forever. They're in favor of this new like subscription model, pay, and you can play the game instead of like owning it outright. So what I would recommend that you do in between now and October is, even if you don't like the games, just scoop them up. Whatever 360 games that they offer you as part of Games with Gold, just scoop them up. Because like I said, you get them for free forever. So why are they doing this? Well, they basically said that they're running out of backwards compatible games to give, and that's something that we sort of saw coming, right? As part of their 20th anniversary in November, they said, hey, we're adding all of these backwards compatible titles to our library that you could play on your Series X, but this is the last time we're doing it. So we knew the pool dried up because of, some of these older games. The licensing is like a nightmare to deal with. Some of these games were published by companies that no longer exist or bankrupt or sold off to some other like weird company in like Antarctica or something. So yeah, we knew that the list of old games was drying up, which makes sense that they're like, hey, we're at the end of our rope in terms of games with gold. Again, this is something we sort of saw coming with the rise of Game Pass. That's the preferred service. That is like their golden child at this point. Xbox Live Gold, not so much. It was amazing back in the day. But going forward, we knew something like this was gonna happen. They were gonna modify games with gold, or they were gonna suspend it. I feel like this is the first step in that journey before they finally just say, you know what, no more games with gold, no more Xbox Live Gold.